Bills are in town with a 2-0 preseason record and feeling perhaps they have the framework for a strong season. The Detroit Lions are 0-2 in these early games and are looking to put the pieces together with opening day approaching. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Detroit as we work our way towards a historic 100th NFL season. Greg Gumbel along with Trent Green, Melanie Collins down on the sideline. It has been thought by many, Trent, that these Week 3 preseason games are critical. Are they?
They are the most important out of all the preseason games when you consider this is really a dress rehearsal for Week 1 of the regular season. Coaches game plan a little bit more this week, and the players, the starters, tend to play more in this game.
Let's start with the Detroit Lions, who made some significant changes this offseason. On defense, Trey Flowers is here, and so is cornerback Justin Coleman. On offense, a couple of tight ends to be thrown to, and well, too, and the new offensive coordinator, Darrell Bevel, to direct a team that, without question, struggled on offense, which brings us to Matthew Stafford.
Well, the one stable factor is Matthew Stafford now entering his 11th season and learning another new offense, as you mentioned, under new offensive coordinator Darrell Bevel. But when you consider 87 sacks over the last 2 seasons, I look for the offense to be much more balanced this year, utilizing those tight ends that you were just talking about and using some play action pass to help protect their franchise quarterback.
The Lions were 6-10 last season, so too were the Buffalo Bills, but I don't think anybody sees these Bills as pushovers. Great defense, plenty of talent. The question is the young quarterback up to it?
I think he's going to be much improved this season. When you consider what he did last season, he had an up and down year, and he had to endure an injury in the middle of the season, but look at how he finished. He finished strong, winning 2 of the last 3 games. And what we're going to look at in Going Green is the Bills were a top 10 rushing offense a year ago. So what do defenses do? They stack the box. On this play here, 10 defenders within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. When teams do that, what do you have to do? Play action pass, get the linebackers to bite up on that play fake. Josh Allen here steps into his throw and hits it accurately into the open space in the middle of the field.
All right, with us patrolling the sidelines tonight, as she will with us all season long, our very own Melanie Collins. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Greg, and thank you. And it's not often that I have a coach's injury to report on, but Matt Patricia remains on his own version of the physically unable to perform list as he continues to recover from that off-season Achilles surgery he had. Now, look, we've seen him riding around on the black ATV all preseason long, and tonight he will be coaching from what he described to us as his Gatorade throne, perched up high behind the Lions bench and out of harm's way. Now, when I spoke to him briefly before the game, he told me he's listing himself as day-to-day, but as for where he'll be coaching from Week 1 of the regular season against the Cardinals, Greg, that remains questionable.
You know, we have to admit, we tried to get Melanie to get up there before the game began. She was having no part of that, none whatsoever.
I'm not so sure security would have let her up on that.
The Lions have won the toss, and they have deferred, which means the Buffalo Bills will get their hands on the football first. That is Andre Roberts deep. As I said, both these teams, 6-10 a year ago. 6-10 was good for 3rd in the AFC East for the Bills, while Detroit was dead last in the NFC North. The Lions get set to kick it away. Andre Roberts is at the goal line, and we are underway at Ford Field in Detroit. Roberts from the 1. Breaking a tackle, and just out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
I think you have man-to-man across the board. That's one of those ones as you're a quarterback and you're going through the cadence, you know exactly where you're going with the ball. As soon as you see the secondary lineup, man-to-man in all 3 spots, you know your inside receiver is going to be running a quick out. I think Stafford was a little too quick with the ball. If he had the patience a little bit more to let the receiver get his head around, he could have gotten the first down. But same thing once again. You had 3 receivers to the top. They're all in man-to-man coverage. You see the defender trailing the receiver. Go to your best matchup in man-to-man coverage.
The pass to the near side, complete to the end zone, touchdown. Ty Johnson out of the backfield, the rookie from Maryland.
Well, and you may be sitting here thinking, why is that your best matchup? You have a running back matched up on a linebacker. The linebacker has to try and get through the release of the tight end. The tight end's releasing vertically up the field. So the linebacker has to try and bubble over the top of it. Stafford realizing what coverage he has and where he wants to place this football. Excellent throw. Touchdown, Detroit.
Matthew Stafford doing what he said he wanted to do, get in here and put some points on the board.
So back to your conversation or your point that we had at the beginning of this drive, I wouldn't be surprised now if Stafford comes out of the game. Just because they had rhythm, they picked up some big plays, he had some accuracy, they were able to pick up blitz and pressure, they got points on the board. It wouldn't shock me at all if he's done.
Prater's kick is good. 10 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the first half. Matthew Stafford leads the drive that puts the Lions back on top, and we're back to Ford Field right after this. At quarterback is David Fales. And David Fales going to hand it off. And breaking tackles and out to midfield is Ty Johnson. As we dip under 6 minutes to play. So Matthew Stafford's night is finished.
Well, it was an efficient night. 12 of 19, 137 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. That final drive and a half got into some kind of rhythm. I think they saw him take enough hits the last couple series. He took a few hits and
7-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 3. And they give again to Johnson. And across midfield into about the 47-yard line, Melanie.
Well, Greg, just to follow up on Bills cornerback Tre'Davious White, he's kind of just sitting down here on the Bills bench with ice on his right thigh. I'm told they don't believe it's anything serious, but he is unlikely to return to this game, Greg.
All right, Melanie, thank you. There is 27, Tre'Davious White. First down, Detroit. They'll keep it on the ground with Johnson. Coaches look for different things. Each of these coaches is looking for various things as this week 3 of the preseason rolls in.
Well, and this is an important time for David Fales and really all the players that are going to start shuffling into the game from here moving forward the rest of this game is trying to establish where your spot on the roster is. Tom Savage, who came into the season as the backup, a new player to the roster as well, but competing for that backup spot is out with an injury and in the concussion protocol. So David Fales, they just signed Josh Johnson again to come back and compete. So right now they're trying to determine who their backup quarterback is going to be, and David Fales right now is getting that opportunity.
Right now he's looking at 3rd and 11, and it's a good bet. He will put the ball in the air here on 3rd down and 11 as we work our way towards 3:45 to play in the first half. Fales, plenty of time. Down the middle and incomplete. Intended for Tom Kennedy, number 85.
Well, Fales really put a lot of juice on that when he stepped into it, did a couple hitches into the pocket. Would have been a tough catch to bring it in.
Isaiah McKenzie.